What's up, guys? Dave Van Auken back. UFC 282 this week, but this past weekend, UFC Orlando, and also my guy Shimon was on UFC Fight Pass. Jorge Masvidal's iKON FC 6, bringing him on for the first time. The assassin Shimon Smotritsky. How you doing, my man?
What's up, man? How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Let's get into it. Let's kind of talk right away about Jorge Masvidal and iKON FC and all of that nature. For one, how did you get involved, and were you pumped to be on this card? And what did you think a win would do for you in your career?
We was from the very start. I knew that my friend Natan Levy, he gonna fight on UFC Orlando. So we was looking to something that will be close to these dates, that we will do our fight camp together. And it's always better when you have a fight camp with your good friend and a teammate. We're pushing each other, we motivate each other, and so I asked my manager if maybe we can find something, and told me, yo, listen, there's like Jorge Masvidal show in Orlando, December 2nd, day before Natan. Tell him, no way, like, let's try to book it. And we tried to book it, and like we had a few problems with few opponents that pulled out. But 3 weeks, like I was, training for this date, and I hope that they will find someone. And 3 weeks before the event, they find an opponent, Charlie Deck. I agreed, and that's how it happened.
There you go. I like that. That's a good story, man. It's like you said, nothing like to be in the same camp with your boy Natan, but like even in the same city. You guys, it was literally 15 minutes away from the arena. That's got to be pretty cool. That's got to have some good mojo. So you won the fight. And of course, if people look back and they go on Tapology and they see it's a DQ by Charlie. I was there sitting ringside. But you, even before that knee, and we can get into the knee if you want to, but before that knee, you were having a great performance, winning everywhere, grappling exchanges, wrestling exchanges, stand up. You're doing your thing. I felt so far you were having a great first 7-8 minutes of that fight. Where can you put your performance? I know it didn't end the way you wanted to. You still get the win, but were you on just your performance that night?
Yeah, look, I can tell that everybody could see that I was disappointed with how it's over, because like it's not that the fight was really close. I was winning, as you say, in every aspect, like in the wrestling, in the striking, everything. And I really wanted, even before the fight, I entered the cage like with the mind that I don't care, like I will not search for the finish. If it will come, it will come, but like I want to fight 15 minutes. I want to gain more experience, feel more comfortable in the cage. And unfortunately this didn't happen. I was winning all the fight until he did this, like it was a nasty move and I didn't like it. And unfortunately this is how it's happened, but I would win anyway, so win it's a win, and now I'm looking for what's next. Like, thanks God I'm not too much hurt, but so I can continue. Like in I got some suspension for 2 months, and after it I'm clear to fight. So.
Okay. I was gonna that was kind of my next little segue there. You said it was a nasty move. Did you think, and if you don't want to say, that's fine, I totally understand. Do you think it was a below the belt kind of, like maybe it wasn't going his way and he was just going to be a little risky, or do you think it was a complete accident? Where were you on that knee?
I honestly, I really don't know, and nobody knows except Charlie why he did it. It's like either there's two options, or the first option that a lot of people thinking that he was losing the fight, and he was desperate. It was an action of desperate, and he didn't know what to do, and he tried to do nasty move. A lot of people write me that they tried to do it on purpose because maybe I would recover after it, and then they will take him a point off. But like I wasn't able to fight as I fought before. And the second thing is that he did very stupid thing, because that he also told me, like, after a fight, I'm sorry, man. It was I did a stupid mistake.
Okay.
So either you did stupid mistake or you did a nasty shit. I don't know, but I didn't like it because, again, except of this like illegal knee, I didn't really get any damage on the fight, and I was feeling good. I didn't get hurt or something, and this thing like did me a small concussion. and by illegal way. So this is the only thing that really like I don't like it. So nothing to do about it.
Last thing on iKON, it was on UFC Fight Pass the night before UFC Orlando. We'll get into Natan in a second. A quick little question there. Sean Shelby was sitting ringside. Jorge Masvidal was sitting ringside. Even a lot more important people were sitting ringside. Was that important to you to kind of fight in front of those names? Because I would assume, I know you fought on the Contender Series twice, even a one on the belt. Like, you're so close to fighting on one of those major organizations. You're right there. You're still only 22 years young, too. You still got a huge career in front of you. How important was it to fight in front of some of those big names there under the iKON banner?
Honestly, after my last Contender, it affected me too much, when Dana get in the room before the Contender and told us like, you guys, you need to get finished and this and that. And I don't know if you saw my last fight on the Contender, but I was like half a second from getting a contract, and I was too much rushing. I was too much thinking about like, oh, Dana sitting there and I need to impress. That this is one of the lessons that I took after this fight, that I don't care who's gonna sit there, who's gonna watch, who's gonna do what. I'm gonna go there and get this win, no matter how, And this is the mind I came for this fight, that I'm gonna win. I don't care how. I will not rush for the finish. And of course, it was very important for me that Sean Shelby, saw my fight live, and we talked after the fight, and he was very impressed with my performance, and he told me that. So yeah, it was a huge plus, but the lesson that I did after my last Contender, that I don't letting this affect me anymore like it did last time.
Yeah, it's go in there and of course everyone loves finishes, and everyone would love a 4-second knee with like what Masvidal did, but a win is a win. You just keep moving forward. Talking about winning, how about your guy Natan Levy? That kick is kind of going viral everywhere. But I thought he looked tremendous. It was a huge card. I was there live. Or UFC Orlando was packed. The arena was huge. I thought the fans really showed out.
It was a really good show.
Yeah, great show. Just got to talk about Natan's performance and just even UFC Orlando in general.
Yeah. So it was my first time cornering in the UFC. And cornering someone like Natan, that is like my big brother, and is like a role model. It was honestly I was like more excited for his fight, before his fight than my fight, because I can control nothing there. And man, what can I say? I was just so happy with the performance of Natan. I think this is his best performance by far. Like, he was literally dominating every second of the fight. Like, he did crazy kicks, like very good wrestling. It just shows you that the sky's the limit for him. He's getting better with each fight, and it was a good weekend for the kosher boys. So yeah, I'm very happy that every one of us got the wins. Also, we have a friend, his name is David Alverdian. He's a very good professional boxer, also from Israel. He also got a win this past weekend in Mexico. So yeah, we all good friends, and everybody won. So I'm definitely very happy with this. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's great to hear. Like I said, I brought it up earlier, still 22 years young. You still have a huge career in front of you. When was it, MMA seems like in the last, especially 5-10 years, were you 10 years old, 12 years old when you saw the UFC or mixed martial arts? You're like, whoa, okay, Anderson Silva, GSP, I like what I'm seeing here. This is what I want to do. What was that first moment of you like, hey, I'm going to be a professional fighter one day. I will do that.
Yeah, so honestly, the first time I saw MMA was when I was 12 years old. My big brother showed me Fedor Emelianenko. Because we're coming from a Russian family, so it was like the big thing for us. I was a big fan of Fedor. I saw almost all his fights, and I get loved in this sport. I was training always since I'm 4 years old. I train jiu-jitsu, like Japanese jiu-jitsu, and then I moved to Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And I got bullied when I was 14 years old. I was bullied a lot in the school, and then I started to train like crazy. Not 3 times, 2 times a week like I was training until 14. I was training twice a day, every day. And my coach saw how much I effort. And I started to compete as well in MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. and because I was putting in the work, so I was succeeding in these tournaments, and step by step. One day my coach told me I was 16 years old and there was no amateur MMA in Israel. There was only professional shows, and he told me, hey, you want to fight a 20 years old guy? I told him, sure, why not? And I did this fight. Yeah, I finished him TKO in the first round, and then said okay, that's what I wanna do in my life. I said I want to do a profession from this. I don't want to work 9 to 5. I want to try to achieve my dream, and I didn't even thought about the UFC. I just thought I want to train, I want to fight, I want to hang out with my boys, at the weekend, and fucking only do it. And that's what I'm doing right now.
I love it, man. That's congrats, man. You, I feel like you're so successful right now. Like I said, huge career in front of you. Did you ever see those bullies again? Those kids that were picking on you when you were 14? Did you ever say, "Hey, what's up, guys"?
Honestly, it was in other city. I moved to other city, but my friends from the previous city telling me all the time that the bullies told them after a few years that they saw me on Instagram and Facebook that if they will see me, they will across the the street. they will hide. And no, they was bullied on me a lot, but I don't keep nothing bad for them because I pity them, because people that bullied is because they have something going bad in their life, something bad with where they come from at home or with the family, or I don't know how. Because when you feel good, you wanna do good. When you feel bad, you wanna
help others.
Do bad. Yeah. So bro, I feel good with my life right now.
Absolutely, you should. You should. 9-2 professionally. You said you're training 2 times a day and all the training. What's one thing that the fans or the people outside, watching you for the first time or listening to you for the first time, what's something outside of MMA and out of jits and out of training and out of boxing? What's something that you love to do or a hobby or watch? What's something outside of mixed martial arts that, Shimon likes to do?
Man, outside of mixed martial arts, I like to eat cookies and burgers. That's everything. I'm really a fan of food. I don't really like other sports. Everybody now watching the World Cup, and even my family, my parents and this and that telling me you saw the result. I'm no, I don't care about this. And also Natan like this, we was laughing about this a few days ago that we really don't care about football. We are so obsessed with our sport that in my free time I watching full fights. When I don't really have time between trainings, I watching highlights on Instagram. So I have obsession with this sport. But I like to eat a good food after fights. You see, the cheek's already back. So
a little cheek. That's so funny. You said something about the World Cup. Like I said, so I was there all weekend, and if Dana was going to come through, and if I had a question to ask Dana, the World Cup is so trendy and so hot right now. What do you think of the idea of MMA, or even if the UFC brought some kind of World Cup theme into their organization? Like if it was a 1 month thing or a one show thing, or even, multiple, if they brought 4 fighters from Israel, 4 fighters from Brazil, 4 fighters from Japan, who are right there, right under the UFC level. Do you think that'd be a cool idea to have it's not even just trying to become a UFC fighter, but also, of course, for your home country and all that. I think that has a good twist to it.
Yeah, I think this can be dope. This can be dope, definitely. Bring the best welterweight, middleweight, lightweight from Israel, this.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be crazy. I think it's a good idea, and maybe tell this to Dana. Okay. Maybe we'll have a new concept, There
you go.
I will definitely do it.
I'm giving gold to Dana. He needs more money and more ideas. You know what I mean? A couple more things, and we got 5 fun questions, and we'll run out. The weekend is UFC 282. Got a little bit mixed up. Robbie Lawler's off the card. Yuri and Glover's off the card. Do you watch weekly? Do you watch almost every show? And if you do, is there a fight on this card? Is it a Paddy Pimblett? Is it the main event with Ankalaev or Jan? Is there something on this card you're like, oh, I got to watch. I got to see this?
Yeah, honestly, I'm watching weekly only when I'm in the US, because when I'm back in Israel at home, so it's opposite hours, it's middle of the night.
Yeah.
So I'm not. But this time I gonna wake up. I gonna watch my friends, Chris Curtis, Jay Perrin.
Yeah.
They're gonna fight there. Yeah, Chris Curtis. he came from the airport because he was cornering Roman in the UFC Orlando.
Yep.
And he came day before, especially to watch my fight. He came to the arena and support me. I don't know if you saw him in the crowd.
I did. I said hey to him. Yeah, the action.
He cornered me and he helped me, and we also spar a lot. And he's a really good guy. Yeah. I love him, and I support him in this fight. And also Jay Perrin, I know him. We was living in the same house. He's a very good guy, very humble, and he's working hard. So I wish him that he will smash this kid, that loves to cheat a lot. I hope he will shout him out. And this is like the two fights that I'm most interesting about, because I know the guys personally.
Yep.
Other than that, who is the main event? Ankalaev?
Ankalaev and Bonhovic, Blachowicz.
Yeah. Ankalaev also, I trained with him for 2 months at Extreme. He trained with us. Also, good guy, humble. He's a monster.
Yes.
And I think he's going to take it. He's going to take it and have the belt for a long time.
I agree. He is a monster. Him versus Yuri. If they match those guys up in 2023, that'd be a good one. And real quick, back to what you said about Curtis and Jay. I'm not saying this because you're on. To me, the prelims, those are like the two. I love that Chris Curtis and Buckley fight. That is such a great, intriguing fight. Both strikers. And then, of course, with Jay, I think Jay is an underrated fighter, to be perfectly honest. And then he's fighting that kid, Rojas Jr., who's only 18, 17 years old. I think he's got a really good opportunity here. This is like it's such a big platform. He's such a big name, and to catch him, I think it's a good spot. So I'm intrigued with those as well.
Yeah, so, I think it's a good fight with Jay because he's very tough. Even if he's gonna take him down, so he's gonna stand up quickly and put pressure on him. He have good cardio, good pressure, and now Raul get a lot of exposure, and he have a big name. So win someone with his name, it will be very good for Jay's career. So looking forward to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's almost at the end of 2022, maybe 2-3 weeks left. If I said to you right now, my man, if 2023, what is a perfect 2023 for you professionally? The calendar, how many fights, what organization, what kind of, then especially the next 4-6 months, and then what do you get at the end of the year? What's a perfect 2023 for you?
Yeah, look, I'm always, when the year comes to an end, I like to plan the next year, and all the plans is totally different. I don't know what's gonna be, but the only thing that I know and I plan is to get at least 3-4 wins. I want to be more active, and I wasn't that active last year because of the contender, and I didn't took any fights before because I knew from January that I'm gonna fight at August, and I didn't want to take some risks to injure.
Yeah.
But 2023, I want to get few fights. Jorge Masvidal talked with me after the fight. He told me that he would love to bring me back, and they would like me to fight there again. So maybe we will fight for some belt or something. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, and the goal is for the end of 2023 to be already in the UFC. I don't know how, but maybe short notice. Maybe I don't know, but I believe I'll sign by the end of 2023.
There we go. I like it. We'll cut that up. So when you do sign in August, after you get 2 more iKON wins, we'll make that a post. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Here's 5 fun questions. First thing that comes to your head, and we'll just roll from that. All right?
Okay.
All right. What is your all-time favorite movie?
Probably The Godfather.
Good one. What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear. I fear only God.
Okay, there we go. Who is your all-time favorite fighter? It could be boxing or in MMA.
All-time favorite fighter. I like a few, but let's say after the last weekend, Wonderboy.
That fight was incredible. That fight was incredible.
Because I really like his style, and I really like him as a persona. He's such a nice guy, such humble, and in that level, to be such a nice and humble guy, it's something that you see very rare. So, yeah.
And you kind of answered this question before, but I'll ask it again because I knew you were there in Orlando. Do you feel more pressure fighting yourself or being in a corner of one of your teammates?
I think being the corner of my teammate, especially someone like Natan, that is like my big brother. Yeah, because I know that I can't control nothing there, and I just watching them, and I pray that he will do good, you know. So to be in the corner of a good friend is more pressure for me.
Love it. Last one for you, my man. Who is the most interesting person you have ever talked to?
From MMA fighter?
Anyone in the world. Yeah, anyone in the world. Someone that you just love to talk to, gives you wisdom, and made you a better person.
Yeah, I can't say someone one, like only one guy, but in the last 2 months that I was in Vegas, I had like a lot of good conversations with my teammates, you know, and people that older than me, and they gave me a lot of experience and wisdom that I really appreciate, and I see them like a big brothers for me in the gym. Of course, if it's like Natan, and if it's Sadi Boussi and Bert Tavares and Chris Curtis, like all the Osborns, guys like this that I had with them good conversations, and they gave me a lot of knowledge and experience. So those guys for me like big brothers, and that's it.
No, that's good to have. That's good, especially a lot of those guys you just mentioned, close to the same weight as you, very successful. A millionaire now. A lot of guys in that
Sadi,
range. Awesome, man. Crazy.
Sadi boy, I gained so much experience with him. We was sparring like we was the main sparring partners of each other for a few good weeks, and technically and mentally, I learned from him a lot. So
that's awesome, man. We'll roll with this. The platform is yours. Any kind of social media. I know your Instagram is the_assassin_MMA, but anything you want to promote or push, the floor is yours, my
man. Just follow me on Instagram, on Facebook for more news and updates. I'm gonna be very active in 2023, and as I said, the goal is to sign in the UFC by the end of the next year. So stay tuned, and thank you for everyone who follow me and supports me.
Absolutely, man. Huge fan, big time prospect, 22 years young. You got a huge career in front of you. It was awesome. It was an honor to watch you fight. And hopefully we'll talk soon. All right, my man?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Be good.